Hey, it's Wes, and I want to take the opportunity today to first and foremost kind of update you where I'm at. I am, of course, a free to play player, and I am helping other people get along kind of like I am to get up to Mythic. I do regularly rank in Mythic. Recently, I've not had a lot of time to play, and that is one of the key things. You've got to have the time to play to get into Mythic. And so we're kind of looking a little bit at that, but also I want to talk about one of the things that's up and coming for free to play players, and that is the rotation. It is very important and it is a big deal if you're a free to play player. So, how do you deal with the rotation? Because if you take a look, I have got a whole two decks. This Avenging Angels, which was free, and I have a lower hold deck that is, in fact, ready to go for the 2022 season, and that's it. The White Aggro Life Gain deck, half of that deck is going to rotate out. That's huge. And so it's kind of one of those situations where I want to talk to everybody about what do you do to get to the point where you're not having to worry about this. First things first, as a free to play player, it's all about management of resources. First and foremost, if you take a look, I've got 23 common, 32 uncommon, 10 rare, and 5 mythic rares to be able to craft right this moment. Let's be honest. I don't know what deck yet I want to go ahead and craft because I've been looking at some of the decks that are out here for this, and I really wanted to build a Dimir Rogue deck, but obviously that's probably going to change quite a bit from the current standard format going forward. There's a lot of other decks. In fact, pretty much almost every deck I've got is going to be hit by the rotation in some shape, way, or form, with the exception of this Lorehold deck. So that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. The only thing to really spend money on in this game is the mastery. And if you take a look, I'm sitting at like level 12 right now in the Forgotten Realms mastery. Not very far into it at all. To be honest, this is where you want to spend any of your I guess these are gems. Yeah, gems. That's where to spend your gems. And in fact, I'm thinking about trying to save up to the very, very end of the Forgotten Realms once I've got all the masteries unlocked. That way I can go ahead and unlock them all at once, get it, record it, show what it's like, because I tell you why, it's massive. And I'm just going to save those up. Now, the flip side is if I already had the mastery unlocked, I'd be getting extra cards this entire time. So I'm kind of making it a little bit harder on myself doing it that way. But at the same time, I'm doing it just to kind of showcase what it is you really get whenever you pop that mastery. Now, all that's been great, good information for you all. A couple things I want to talk about on the channel real quick. First off, I'm going to start to make less and less content because simple truth is the stuff that I've talked about on how to get to Mythic, it doesn't change. It does not change. It's the basics. It is the fundamentals. It's just like, say, baseball or football or any sport. You don't change the fundamentals. You still have to outscore the opponent. You still have to do better than them. Sometimes you win dirty. Sometimes you win ugly, but you still win. And so I'm going to start to kind of pare back a lot of the stuff I'm doing. Also, I'm wanting to sprinkle in some other things that I'm going to be doing as well, other hobbies and such. One of the things about this Forgotten Realms that's really kicked into me is, in all honesty, I miss the D&D. I really miss it. I used to play a ton of it back in the day. And I tell you the truth, whenever this Forgotten Realms set dropped, I love the set, first and foremost. But secondly, I've started to play D&D again. I played Neverwinter Nights a ton back years and years ago. I went and re-downloaded Neverwinter Nights 2, and I'm thinking about showing some gameplay from it just to kind of highlight what it is that we really had back then, and it was something special. So anyways, I appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope you have yourselves a great day.